So we are starting our trip to Lithuania. Jesus Christ. So the car is packed. We have heaps of luggage back in the trunk. But still the car is fairly empty, I would say. If we are looking here. We slept maybe for 5 hours tonight, not so much, but we feel very excited and inspired to start this crazy journey, this crazy travel with this old VOLVO, an ancient archaic VOLVO. Now we are leaving the proper post-Soviet yard with houses. One of my friends told me that these houses are past the due date. Actually, the expiration date for them ended like, I don't know, 10 years ago?
Or 30.
What?
10 or 30.
30? Maybe.
Or 20.
Today Riga is very misty.
You can't even see the, what is it, like
Bridge.
a tower.
TV tower.
The TV tower, yeah, it's really tall Soviet tower, which actually is cool. You can't even see it.
Yeah, it's super gloomy around and it's raining.
Fog lifted a little bit, but it's still gloomy to death.
Pretty much foggy, misty,
I have a
groggy.
frog in my pocket. That's
Yeah.
my lucky frog.
You really have a frog in your pocket?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Is it your talisman?
It's kind of my lucky frog.
Okay. It's raining a lot, and we got in touch with our friend from Lithuania, Eustace, and he told us that it will be raining in Lithuania too, for 2 days at least. I don't know, I still have hope that we'll be able to play music there.
Because it apparently is some kind of street music festival there.
Yeah, Eustace told us that there's a street music festival in Lithuania. We just crossed into Lithuania.
He was filming the sign, the border sign, and he didn't film it. Well.
And my camera lagged and all that I filmed disappeared. What to do? We are in Lithuania.
Finally, the road feels different.
I think in Lithuania they have better roads than Latvia.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely, absolutely.
Better highways.
A different side. Actually nice.
Now we have arrived to this enchanting Lithuanian Circle K, and we are having our first official picnic, lunch break. Is it comfortable?
Very.
I think this is your favorite place. Already in the first video
And I can do this as well.
you were sitting in the same spot. We are something about 130, maybe 5 kilometers from Vilnius. We are in Vilnius!
Almost now! Woo!
Vilnius, ancient land of pagans. People are still
Okay.
people are still gathering in forests even nowadays, celebrating strange festivals around a fire. And indeed, we arrived to Vilnius and there is a street music festival going on, even though it's pretty rainy. Oh, the vibe here is really good.
It's like a party.
Like all streets are filled with music. People are playing with amplifiers on all the corners of the street, really. Like a lot of heavy music actually. A lot of metal music. A lot of like punk rock music. There was one little girl playing violin.
Right. We can, oh yeah, with
They're still searching for Eustace.
and yes, we can go straight.
What? We are going straight. Pilesgatve. This is actually the main street of the old town in Vilnius. It's called Pilesgatve. It means the street of the castle. Castle Street. It's very funny actually. In Latvian, Gatve means like a large street, but in Lithuanian, Gatve just means every street, like random street.
Street.
Just the street. Yeah. It's cool that this music festival is happening. It's a bit sad that it's raining, but I imagine if it would be sunny, there would be much more people around.
Maybe we need to toughen up and just play. I don't know.
Like I think it's too wet, and like there's too
Yeah, we
many
have metallic
other
instruments, so,
artists.
Yeah, and we
too
have
many of
metallic
other
instruments
artists.
without amplifiers. So
Yeah, but
yeah.
maybe tomorrow we try.
Maybe.
He beckoned us to come to the punk rock concert. I think we finally have found it.
But it was like music everywhere around the city. Are you just arrived or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just came.
It was like music everywhere around the city. Like all kind of buskers and stuff.
The name of the band is Armatura. So we ended up in a strange 150 years old Lithuanian basement from the times of Soviet, not Soviet, Russian Empire. So this is the second morning in Lithuania. We stayed at our friend's place in this basement type of dungeon. A little bit wet, drab, but still quite cozy and snuggly to sleep. The guy who rents this place, Eustace, told us that the actual owner of this dungeon is a musician, and he plays a lot of ancient instruments. So, and you can see around, there's a guitar, then there's a piano. This is like a Baltic zither. I don't know, in Latvian we call it kokle, in Lithuanian they call it kankles. There are some flutes here, and there's also an accordion here. So we are out of the dungeon. This is our second day in Lithuania. This is a very interesting district. It's called Rasos. And Justus told us that it used to be a district where mostly Polish and Russian people lived back in the day. But now the story is different. Now Lithuanians are living here as well. So, what are we doing this morning?
We're going to Batic Shamans. I'm gonna give them my jewelry to sell. I have this box here, and there's some jewelry in it that I make, obviously.
So Alina is making jewelry, like pendants, these sorts of bags, leather crafts, and there's a very popular shop here in Lithuania, in Vilnius. It's called Baltic Shamans. It sells like all kinds of pagan and traditional things.
Mostly handcrafts, actually, just handcrafts.
But also musical instruments.
Do we need oak down or no?
Need to check the map.
I think we need to go the way we went yesterday, and that is the way we went yesterday after the bar.
Wandering around Vilnius.
We were partying yesterday. Not like partying, but we went to a bar. Like,
Several.
Yeah, several bars. I think I haven't done that in ever. And it was like first time in 2 years or something like that, 2-3 years. Okay, it was amazing.
A lot of Lithuanians.
Yeah.
A lot of beer. And there was like this crazy street music festival.
Like there was even this really old Lithuanian like punk band called Armatura. Armatura is when you build a house and you like lay the foundation, and in the foundation, in the like this concrete, you put these metal bars. Those are Armatura.
Okay, we haven't reached the Baltic Shamans yet, but that across the street is a Lithuanian prison. Oh my god! Like Justus told us that it's a prison, and so it's a prison with a huge wall and even a monastery in it. There's a monastery in the territory of the prison. And what's interesting, yesterday we were talking with Lithuanian friends, and I was asking them like, what's the Lithuanian word for a prison, and they told me it's kalėjimas. And it's interesting that in Latvian, kalt is to forge, so kalējim is something like forged, like called like a cage or something.
Forged in.
Yeah, forged in. We have the same roots of the words pretty much oftentimes.
But they don't mean the same
That the roots are the same. When you think about it, you can like get your way through to the history of the root to the word, right? So this is the prison wall. We actually yesterday we were a bit like tipsy, and we had like a strange hike somewhere here along the prison wall. Jesus Christ.
Actually, yeah, we're pretty close. Somewhere on the right, we have to just go down to Užupis.
Yeah, we have to go to Užupis. The Baltic Shamans shop is in Užupis. Probably, like, not everybody knows that, but Užupis is this like sort of independent artistic republic within a republic. Like, Užupis Republic within the Lithuanian Republic. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's
Awesome.
certainly a part of Lithuania, but
yeah.
they sort of have their own constitution written, like in several languages actually. There are the what's the word, inscriptions, like. So there you can see this beautiful monastery inside the prison. Oh my God! Inside the Kalėjimas. Kalėjimas.
I like the word.
Yeah. We found Užupis.
We are entering Užupis.
We are entering Užupis. It's just on the right. To enter Užupis, you have to cross the bridge. The
only one?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Or maybe it's the other one on the other side or something.
Yeah. There is the legendary Užupis bridge. Only brave souls are able to cross it. The traffic is so vigorous here.
Traffic is so vigorous here.
Okay, we're coming closer and closer to the Baltic Shamans. Baltic Shamans. And there it is.
All of a sudden.
The legendary Baltic Shaman shop, where Alina will bring her handicrafts, pendants and jewelry. So Užupis actually is a pretty large district inhabited mainly by artists, musicians. You can find here many nice cafes, tea places, and in general it's very artistic. The vibe is very artistic. You can see around. So I've been here for a handful of times, and you can just stroll around. I think one part of Užupis actually goes up into the mountain, or maybe that's the border of Užupis already, but yeah, it's like steep even. And there's many nice beautiful places, or you can just, on the other side, you can sit by the river and drink, I don't know, beer or tea, hang out with your friends. Here you see a large graffiti street art. It's pretty popular amongst Lithuanians. Latvians probably know about it, probably Polish people, but if you are not from the near countries, near territories to Lithuania, I would highly suggest you to visit Užupis just only once. It's worth it. The Baltic Shamans.
so that's why I have this.
So, is your mission complete, Alina?
They took most of it. That's what I am left with. That's all. That's all I have now.
Wow.
And my brush.
So, your jewelry
Now here you can buy my jewelry.
will be sold now in Lithuania as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. Mission complete.